Good Friday morning so far. Not a bad day. We've had some snowflakes here in Rochester. Let's look at time lapse. This is from our Gualdi Group camera on Assisi Heights. For a second there, you almost get a peek at some blue sky cover up there, or very thin clouds. But the clouds continue to thicken as we are watching the band of flurries work its way in. That's our look to the west toward the bell tower there on Assisi Heights. Low clouds. You see some haze in the distance. We've had flurries. But that is about it. Rochester won't see much in the way of snowfall from this Friday storm system. Light winds right now is 18 degrees just after 8:30 on this Friday morning. Good morning, I'm meteorologist Ted Schmidt. Flurries and snow showers. You see some of that activity now still confined in parts of North Iowa. That's the west and southwest part of the map. Mesa City, Albert Lea, Austin may even see just a minor coating out of some of these waves of snowfall activity today, but not much in the way of snowfall overall out of the storm system. At most, maybe a quarter inch, something like that, in some of our western counties here for the morning hours and afternoon. That'll taper off to flurries, and they'll have little bits of flurry activity hanging around the area until early evening. So still a few snowflakes, but basically just festive flakes, nothing major out of the storm system. But the big event is the one we're watching on Sunday. That's the one we've been talking about, and that's what we're gearing up for as we get closer to the weekend. But right now, the appetizer for the big meal is just snow showers, and then we get a break from this tomorrow before that Sunday storm system. Temperatures right now teens and 20s, and for this time of the morning, this is not bad. 18 degrees in Rochester, Mesa City now 22. It's 21 in Albert Lea and Austin, 19 in Rushford. The winds are very light, so the wind chill basically within a couple degrees of the actual temperature. 18 in Rochester, mostly cloudy, light northeast breeze. 11 the way it feels outside. The winds will be in that range pretty much all day. Not much wind to speak of. Light snow showers and flurries. That's about it. A trace amount, if that, here in Rochester and in much of the area. Temperatures easing back into the low 20s by this evening, but high of 26 today with north winds only around 5 or 6 miles per hour. Looking at satellite radar, there's that little disturbance south of us. Area of low pressure now moving toward Missouri. On the north side of it is where our snow showers are living right now. That's where they're residing. But for the most part, that's going to move on out, and then we wait for the big storm system that comes in. Right now, it's still just west of the Pacific Northwest, still out in the Pacific. But it's going to make landfall today, cross the Rockies, cross the plains, and arrive in our area. The first few flakes arrive just after midnight tomorrow night. Winter Storm Watch has been posted. The entire viewing area is in it, and right now the potential of the overall range, 4 to 7 inches of snowfall, and the heaviest of that will be going on in the morning, but it starts at midnight, and that watch goes until 6 p.m. Sunday. So heavy snow Sunday, most of it in the morning. It'll taper off early to mid-afternoon, and we may get a spot or two of freezing drizzle on top of that. There is an outside chance that could happen, and that is why that advisory goes until 6 p.m. Cold, quiet weather next week, maybe one little dose of snow on Wednesday. Otherwise, no major weather makers beyond this Sunday system. 18 degrees right now in Rochester, much colder north of us. Look at Fargo, 11 below International Falls, sub-zero. We're going to stay above zero for the foreseeable future. It gets colder tonight, though. That little system moves on to the south. The system gets out of here. We'll have some flurries still in the evening. Skies slowly begin to clear off tomorrow morning. By mid-morning, we'll have some sunshine under high pressure. Fairly light breeze, but only around 20 for high tomorrow. So about 5 or 6 degrees colder tomorrow versus today. And that snow band from the west arrives right around midnight to 1 or 2 in the morning. The heaviest snow, you see it right there, between around 6 and 8 a.m. Light snow continues into the early afternoon as that system then moves on through. Here's what we're expecting today in the way of snowfall. Just a trace amount, maybe a couple tenths of an inch. That's all we're facing from our Friday system. Here's Sunday. The system moves in. Snow arrives just after midnight. Heaviest activity in the morning, and then here are storm totals 4 to 7 inches right through the heart of the area, right around Interstate 90 will be the heaviest. That's when I'm expecting those 6-7 inch totals to show up. I mean, get a little more specific by looking at the 4-panel computer comparison. Now, the RPM only goes out through tomorrow. That's the short-term model. That's going to cover today's event. But you look at the European, the northeast, or rather the upper right-hand side of the map. That's the European Center for Medium Range Weather Forecasting, ECMWF. 6.8 inches. Rochester on the NAM, they typically are a little high, and again, it's a little high, 8.3. At 7.6 in the GFS, really in that 6 to 7 inch range as it stands right now for Rochester. And the heart of that band, it looks like the heaviest portion of that may go right through Rochester as it stands right now on Sunday morning. 26 today, and meanwhile for our Friday in Rochester, Austin 29, Decorah 30, northwest winds very light, mostly cloudy skies. The day. A couple of flurries this evening. Social ice looks fantastic. The weather for that will be right around 20 with light winds, dropping to 9 overnight. Then tomorrow, clearing in the morning, then mostly sunny, 20, but not much wind out of the southwest rather. Then it gets a little breezier on Sunday. Heavy snow, especially morning, and it'll wind down to light snow in the early afternoon. It looks like it's going to be down by around 3 or so in the afternoon. Brisk north winds around 15 to 20 miles per hour, but not blowing snow at this point. 29 the high on Sunday. Next week, mainly teens and maybe mid-20s. Nothing spectacular with those temperatures, just typical mid-February chill, I guess you'd say, and very light snow next Wednesday. Perhaps another chance of light snow by next weekend as you look further afield down the road, but 8 or 9 days out. But for the most part, the big system, the big headache maker could be that Sunday system. A lot of people are hoping for a little more snow, and there you have it. It's also a day for when most of us don't have to be at work right away on Sunday morning. So hopefully things go smoothly. Hopefully you have a great weekend, and I hope everybody has a safe time in the snow, and I hope to see you right back here on Monday. Have a great weekend.